What's up guys, welcome back to Rooms for You. Today let's look at latest .os version 5.2.1 running on Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro. I am using the deapped variant of .os. To begin with, let's quickly get into About Phone session. When you come to Android version details, you will notice that the device code is Vayu, as well as .os version is 5.2.1 GApps. Android version is 11 and Android security patch coupled here is from 5th November 2021. Kernel coupled here is Mochi, which is based upon Linux 4.14. When you come backward, the SE Linux status is enforcing in this build. Moving forward, under security session, the ROM does got screen lock, fingerprint, face unlock and more. Fingerprint here is faster enough. Face unlock is present and it is capable of doing its job almost all the time. Out of the box, the ROM is encrypted. Moving forward, under battery settings, the ROM does got pixel thermal switching. There are multiple profiles available. You can select according to your need. There is also option called as battery manager. Options like adaptive battery settings, battery saver and profiles and more. You can roam around according to your need. You will be able to enable or disable smart charging from here as well. All options present here is working without any issue. When you come to customizations, first you will see that the wallpaper settings. You will be able to choose different wallpapers from here. There is also option for theme color settings. You can either use the default colors or can customize as well. Anyway, both are working without any issue. When you scroll down a bit under clock space, multiple clock screen models are available. You can select them according to your need. You will be also able to change system font, icon shape, launcher grid and more. There are enough customization you can roam around with. I didn't find any bugs or jitters here. The ROM does also comes out with multiple icon packs integrated. You can choose according to your need. The app lock is present here. Under sessions, there are more customizations present. AOD and lock screen, status bar, quick settings, app lock, buttons and system settings. AOD and lock screen does not include many customizations here. You can only customize screen off and on animation lag from here. You will be able to enable multiple notification towards status bar. Options like battery percentage, battery style as well as clock styles and clock's positions and data indicators and more. All are working without any issue. When you come to app lock, the option does allow you to choose either fingerprint or face unlock. Anyway, both are working without any issue. And you will be able to lock any applications and unlock any applications with face unlock or fingerprint. Under button setting, you will be able to manage tap to wake as well as tap to sleep options. You can also enable or disable gesture call management as well. System option does include status bar, lock screen settings as well as tap to wake and tap to sleep options. You will be able to assign any of these options to power button or volume rockers. Even you can set up Google Assistant by long pressing power button from here. As a bug, I did notice assigning torch to the power button does not work as it says. Anyway, almost all other options are working without any issue. Under gestures, there is option for enabling or disabling 3-finger screenshot. Also, you will be able to manage your pillow navigation pill. Either you can increase the size of it or completely hide it. Option is working without any issue. Another option you will notice under settings panel is game dashboard. It is good to see that the game dashboard is integrated into settings panel. When you come to game dashboard, first option is to enable or disable the game dashboard option. You can also enable quick control pills from here. Game dashboard is inclusive of screenshot, screen recorder, do not disturb option. You will be also able to manage ringer as well as notifications from here. By navigating through game list, you will be able to select and add more games into the list manually. Once you open the game, you will be getting a bubble on your right hand side. By swiping from right to left, you can access game dashboard. And as I mentioned earlier, comes out with screenshot, screen recorder and do not disturb. You can easily manage any of these options from here. Moving forward under QS panel, by selecting edit button, you will be able to add more tiles into the list and remove it. There is no option for FPS meter as of now. And the ROM does comes out with screen recorder. Let's quickly enable the screen recorder and check for any jitters. As I mentioned, the screen recorder here is capable of recording internal audio and microphone at a time. After enabling the screen recorder, I didn't notice any lags or jitters with app opening or closing animations, which is really great. Out of the box, the ROM does comes out with Google Go Cam as its default camera application. You can either use ANX ports or any Gcam port for more performance. Anyway, all your basic needs like camera, portrait, video can be easily handled by Google Go Cam. Out of the box, the ROM does passes safety net checks. And when you come to Google Play and settings, the ROM is also Google Play product certified. Moving forward, when we talk about benchmarks, AnTuTu scores 5,80,000 plus and Geekbench score for single core 766 and multi-core 2401, which are of course a decent scores for Snapdragon 860. Anyway, swiping from left to right from home screen, you will get Google Feed option. It is pretty much smooth and solid. And the most common question I use to get here is whether this ROM is capable of selecting refresh rate. And yes, when you come to settings and display settings, there is option for selecting minimum and maximum refresh rate. You can choose from minimum 30 Hz to maximum of 120 Hz. Overall, the ROM is pretty much smooth and solid. As far as I tested, almost every features are working without any issue. There is no lags or jitters noticed so far. So, if you are someone who is looking for a solid and highly customizable AOSP based ROM, you can choose .os without any doubt. So, that's it guys. This is all about .os 5.2.1 official build running on Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro. Hope this video was helpful to you. Like and shares are always appreciated. Subscribe if you are new here, and I'll catch you in next one.